Hello goddesses, and welcome back to another video. As always, before we hop into today's video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can become a part of the goddess family, along with that notification button so you are notified every single time I drop a new video. In today's video, I am going to be talking a little bit about crystals. Now, disclaimer, I am not an expert by any means. I know enough information based off my personal research from crystals that I'm personally gravitated to. I love Google. I love using Google. I love using the internet. I love using YouTube and other people like in the stores where I buy the crystals as resources to gain information. But to be 100% honest, like I don't remember every little thing that they tell me. So sometimes I buy a crystal because it has a certain property or because I feel like I need it at that time in my life. And then I forget half of what they told me at the store, like all the other greatness about it. I know that's really bad, but it's just me being honest. But I wanted to share with you guys so that if you guys are intimidated about crystals, how to start, how to find your own, how to cleanse them, I want to let you know that it's really not as hard as you might think. It's not intimidating at all, and they actually do have so many great benefits. I know a lot of people do crystal healing where they're able to energetically clean their space from negativity, bad vibes, and elevate their moods. They have so many different, literally, I don't know about thousands, I know hundreds and hundreds of crystals that are just accessible to so many of us. But I wanted to let you guys know some things that I've learned personally throughout the years of just wearing crystals. If you guys do watch my channel, you know I do wear crystals on a regular because I love them. But there was a period in my life where I completely stopped wearing crystals, stopped really using them in my space. It was the weirdest thing. I felt like, this was like 2 years ago. Yeah, like 2 years ago now. And I felt like I needed to build that energy on my own. And what I mean by that is the whole purpose behind crystals is that they bring a certain energy. They have a frequency. They're living material, living beings. They carry vibrational properties. So based off whatever stone you're wearing, it has whatever, property is said per stone to have, and it brings that into your life. For example, jade is one for great luck, prosperity, and beauty, and it's been used for centuries in so many different forms and a lot in the healthcare community. Especially now, I notice a lot of people are starting to bring it back in. It's a lot of like ancient medicine, but they're starting to bring it back in like your facial rollers. You're seeing those because it carries that vibrational frequency of beauty. So there are also, just little things like shungite is a great stone crystal for purification. A lot of people probably don't know this, and I didn't know this until a few years ago. When you get like a filtration system for your water, like in your home or just your water in general, they have some forms of crystals, and one of the main crystal is shungite because it literally purifies the water. And that is amazing to me. I also wear shungite whenever I know that I'm on like computers and electronics a whole lot because it helps with just like radiation frequencies, all of that fun stuff. So they have so many great benefits, and really it depends on what stage in your life you are at. That really helps with that. But what I meant by me kind of like taking a step back from crystals for a while was because I was becoming solely dependent on the crystal to energetically bring something into my life Instead, as I'm mumbling on my words, I'm trying to also keep my videos very limited on the editing because I got a lot of positive feedback on my non-edited video. And I don't know, I just think that it like kind of breaks up the seriousness sometimes of these talks if I keep it unedited, because this is literally how I would be talking to one of my friends about my situation and how I discovered the power of crystals and how I kind of broke the mode of being solely dependent on a crystal to do all of the work for me instead of taking responsibility and putting in the work as well. And I think that's what a lot of people get frustrated with whenever they purchase a crystal. They're like, oh, crystals don't work. It's a bunch of just hoo-ha and he said, she said, and mystical, like whimsical stuff. But there's a lot of things that factor into maintaining your crystal, activating your crystal, and also using it as a tool and not as the sole, active, like not the sole, how do I want to word this? Thing that's going to manifest whatever you want to bring in. You are ultimately the master manifester of your reality, so you need to take responsibility of what is not showing up and what is showing up in your life. For example, it is about to be Valentine's Day and it's a lot, of love talk in the air, relationships and self-love, and rose quartz is a fabulous, absolutely fabulous crystal for self-love and healing and getting back in tune with yourself. But just because you buy that crystal or that stone, it does not mean that automatically you're just gonna love yourself. There's still a lot of work that needs to go into self-love and purging out old habits, behaviors, thoughts. Just like you're going to school, you buy a laptop, just because you have the laptop does not mean the homework is going to get turned in. You still have to put in the work, you still have to show up to class, etc. So it's just a tool to help you, not necessarily going to do all the work. There are scenarios where people swear that the crystals have manifested for them certain lifestyles, but I personally believe that they were already a vibrational match to that reality, and that's why it happened. And what I mean by that is, again, these crystals have a vibrational imprint, and whenever you manifest anything in your life, you're not only visualizing, but you're trying to attune your body to turn into that frequency. So if you want abundance, you're trying to feel abundant, so that way that becomes your reality, because your body knows nothing else but abundance. And it also has the adverse reaction. So if you feel like you're always in poverty or always check to check, your body is going to bring that frequency to you over and over. So in order to break a mold, you need to break the frequency. And that's why I think crystals are great tools to kind of help assist in the breaking down of an old frequency and introducing a new frequency into your life. So my word of advice is, whenever I go shopping for one, it's usually something that I've seen and I'm like, there's something about this stone that I just need in my life before I research it. And then I research it and I'm like, yep, that's what I've been manifesting, that's what I've been meditating, that's what I've been asking for, signs. I've been asking, bring more of this in my life. And this stone will catch my eye if I'm at the store and I'm like, what is the stone? And I'll ask the lady at the desk and she'll tell me and she'll break it down. And I'm like, this is exactly it. So always trust your gut whenever you are looking for crystals, stones, gemstones. Trust your gut on what you know is right. They say that if you are drawn to a stone, because a lot of times whenever you go to pick one, there's not just one, there's multiple in a bunch. Whichever one speaks to you is what they say. So whichever one literally just stands out to you, whichever one you gravitate towards, that's the one, that is meant for you. Also, when you lose a stone, they say that sometimes it's meant for somebody else that's nearby. So if they find it, it's good luck. Also, all these alsos. I want to just let you guys know, because this is something that I've, again, learned throughout the years. They also say that if a stone is gifted to you, it's a lot more powerful. And that is something that me and my older sister do quite frequently. We gift each other crystals and stones because we do believe that it's more powerful. And it could just be something like a he say, she say. But I do believe, if you honestly believe that it is more powerful, it will be more powerful, because your energy is backing up that crystal. No, this is going to be the most powerful crystal ever. Okay, so how to activate your crystal once you found your crystal. They say that you can wear your crystal or have it somewhere in your energetic field, so like with your hands, run it under water for like 30 seconds to a minute to activate that crystal energy with your own energy. Sometimes people take baths with their crystals to activate them. I find it easiest, again, just to hold it in my hands, run some nice cool water over it, and just visualize my energy merging with the crystal's energy, etc. I don't always do this right away. I know it's really bad, but I always, like if I'm wearing jewelry, like the first time I take a shower with the crystal on, I'll do that activation. Know that activating your crystal is just as important as having your crystal, because sometimes if you don't activate it, it's not gonna do what it's supposed to do, is what they say. This is just information, again, that I have received throughout the years. Also, very important, you also want to cleanse your crystals regularly, daily if you can. A lot of the times people will have like a block of a cleansing crystal, which is cellulite, next to their nightstand or next to the crystals in general. Especially if you wear jewelry, you can place it on the jewelry or by the jewelry, and it will help just cleanse the energy of the crystal. So any energy that the crystal has absorbed, gemstone, anything that they've absorbed, it will go into the cellulite, and it's just like a filtration. It will filter out the energy. So that is really important, especially depending on what you do in a day. If you have a lot of stress, if you work with a lot of people, if you're out and about a lot, definitely you need to be cleansing your crystals. Also, I have, if you guys are interested, and this is an older video, but I have a very informative video, very funny and very informative video with one of my very best friends, Christian. I'll like put it up on the screen, but I'll link it down below. We talk about so many great techniques, crystals, essential oils, everything. I personally love this video. If you guys want to check it out after this video, I'll go ahead and link it again down below. I hope you guys have learned something new today. If you guys are inspired to go out and get crystals, comment whichever crystal you get down below as well. I would love to know. I always am like infatuated with what people are drawn to. It just, I don't know, it makes me like look something up that I might not have looked up before. So definitely let me know what you guys think. I love every single one of you guys so much. Until next time.